You don't have to stop. Keep it going, audience. There you go.
He acts like he doesn't like it, but he likes it.
He does like it. Oh, what's going on?
I think he likes it.
Mikey likes it. As people start to come to the live stream, we've got ourselves a Sureshot in our midst.
Oh,
midst.
Hi, how you doing?
Midst.
Midst.
In our midst.
It's one of them funny words. Roads. Make sure you go the speed limit.
Roads. In our midst instead of mist. Mm-hmm. I love when you hear somebody, try and use a word and they use it wrong.
Oh, yeah. I love people who say, for all intensive purposes.
Instead of
intense purposes.
Yeah.
I mean,
what?
I mean, I shouldn't talk about that because irregardless, I guess now is in the dictionary. They decided to acknowledge it as a word because people kept saying it wrong for so long.
Scotty don't.
But hey, don't argue with that. That's settled science, all right?
Scotty don't do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I probably shouldn't talk bad, but I happen to have a...
But I'm going to anyways.
I know. I'm going to anyways. Look at my hand. It disappears. Ooh, that's kind of weird. You can see where we are and where we aren't. No, I have someone I work with, and that individual uses words wrong all the time, and it's like, every day and stuff.
For those who know me, I'll use words wrong as ironic, but
isn't it ironic? Don't you think? What's up,
apropos? I have to realize after a while that, I'm not in the same friend group all the time, so people don't always understand what I'm talking about, and they might probably just assume this guy is not very intelligent.
I am going to, I want to do the scale.
Ooh, the chat's over there now.
Yeah, look at that. Dang. Yeah, Ray's there. Hey, Warrior Wednesday.
Apropos.
Yeah, I just made the chat larger above our head.
Chat's
larger now.
Because our heads needed to be bigger.
Yeah. That red box is kind of funny looking though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't even read the chat. I was like, what is going on?
It's different. I'll get used to it.
It's like maintenance on a grand arena day.
Maintenance.
It's a free ride when you're already late.
Not an Alanis Morissette fan, but somebody brings it up. I got to sing it to make fun of it.
I don't know if Apropos was trying to do that, but if he was, congratulations. You've put that stupid song in my head. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I wasn't distracted enough already.
It's a GL. You both started it. You started it.
You started it this time, but I'll agree with you.
It's a Mary J.
As a live stream thing, we do tend to burst out in a song periodically, especially if somebody, throws something at us that makes me go, oh, I know that song.
Shout out to Heinzie, by the way, you guys. Heinzie was on a call with me this morning for like 40 minutes, and he jumped on and he looked at all my settings, and most of my settings were pretty good, but
Don looked at your settings and said trash.
He let me. Well, he was like, hey man, your computer was the bomb diggity 5 years ago when you bought it. But it's a little outdated 5 years now.
Hey, in that regard, it's amazing it made it that long, right?
Yeah,
he's like, laptops these days, 3 months.
He's like, you may want to, maybe consider buying a new PC. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Because this was literally the number 2 gaming YouTube laptop in the world 5 years ago. And he's like, honestly, all of the stats are still way more than you need. But he's like, your RAM is atrocious. He's like, if you have any dropped frames, he's like, it's because of your RAM. He's like, your RAM is like bare bones minimum for today's, streaming. And he's like, when you're running like 3 and 4 programs, he's like, you probably have some drop frames. I'm like, yeah, I have a couple. And he's like, yeah, so that's why. So he helped me tweak some of my stuff.
Never get a job as a framer.
Yeah, and I can upgrade my RAM on my current laptop. You're right, Vader's dad. So that's pretty cool. Apropos, yeah, my laptop. No, but see, this is the thing. I was thinking ahead. When I bought my laptop, I looked and I was like, what is the best gaming and YouTubing, like not YouTubing, but like
the most future-proof
if you're
laptop?
A YouTuber, what's the best laptop for actually doing live streaming on YouTube and building like YouTube videos and gaming and all that and stuff. And it literally came up with like number 1, 2, and 3 were Asus laptops. And number 1 was like $4,500. Number 2 was like $2,800. And number 3 was like $1,800. They were all Asus. And I just picked number 2 because it was, in the middle. And then the rest
go super
were all way far
I'm not
away.
going to be a cheapskate. Oh, look, a middle option.
Yeah. So, but RAM is important.
Well, I remember back in the day, and this is going to age us a little bit, but my first computer had 16 megabytes of RAM in it. So a little bit of a different world now. We're up to 16
It's
gigs.
Mary J's like, are we going to do Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah. Let's do some Star Wars Galaxy Heroes.
We were talking about the fact that there's not a whole lot going on in the game today, so we were just trying to fill dead. No.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we can kind of see how we're doing here. It's an efficiency battle. So the downside is we're playing Ma, and that's not a downside. That's an upside. We love playing the high-end teams. We love that. The downside is they set trash. And because of that, it just turned into an efficiency war, which means that basically it's
going to be a full clear, but who did it better?
Exactly. Like, oh, did we get all 20s or did they get all 20s? Did someone drop a single battle or did somebody get a 19 here and a 19 there? You know what I mean? Like, so we got well over 2,100 points. That's a super efficient battle. And they set trash. I mean, literally, like, it's like, oh, they set a couple of like, Kylo teams, I think. I mean, it was really... GG teams and a couple of like Kylo teams. I was hoping that they were going to actually set some real defense. Like, look at this Kylo teams. These are like old school. So, I mean, I'm not trying to knock Ma. I like Ma. I've got friends in Ma. I really do like Ma. I do. They're cool people. I was in Ma when I quit almost 2 years ago. I was just hoping that they would have some super defensive teams. But we were setting things like, like this, you know what I'm saying? Like actually like very difficult teams to beat, hoping that they would trip, which they're not because they kept everything for offense. So it is what it is. It's just turned into a super hyper efficiency war. And I don't know. I think there's a chance that they might win. I think
you're telling me there's a chance.
Well, I think there's like a 5-point difference right now. Wow. Literally, it's a 5-point banner difference between us and them. They have to drop 5 banners for us to win, I think. And I don't think that's going to happen. So
let's hope for Mr. Butterfingers to come along. I got this. Whoops.
Because we set some really solid stuff. So
I can remember a few territory wars recently where I went, you know what, guys? I don't think anybody's noticing this right now, but notice how we haven't ran into a single galactic legend yet? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, they're sandbagging us.
There's Heinze 306, pretty good. He did one more battle than I did. Looks like some cleanup from the other 2 on the top, but I did my standard, 5 battles and set my defense and all that good stuff. So that war's over. I have no idea if we'll win or lose. It's within 5 points, but again, it just all came down to like hyper efficiency. You have to get 20 on everything, 22 on every single ship, and that's fine. I don't know. I like to have to theory craft and come up with like crazy defense and then crazy offense counters. And with this one, it was just like, really easy teams to beat. And it was like, all right, we're just going to use standard teams and get 20s. And it all comes down to
the mill.
Yeah. I did this one already. I should have saved this for the stream. Although this was a pretty easy one for anybody who didn't get to do this. The feats, completing the battle.
The last one, holy cow, those separatists were overpowered.
Yeah, Galactic Republic for this. What's up, Tassanex? How are you doing, brother?
What's good? All things that are good.
Exo saying Holdo's better than R2, and I would actually disagree with that. R2 shares all his stats, including offense, and other stats, lots of other stats.
And he's just got better style sense.
Yeah, and he's got better style sense. And so it makes for rays that hit for 20K. And so it's absolutely crazy with Cat in there. And then if you do a couple of tanks, you've got a couple of tanks, insane 20K offense. That's pretty awesome. But anyway, yeah, we didn't do double tank this time. So it's interesting. But I think we were expecting them to obviously not have C, which they didn't. That was one of the things they set was C, which C on defense, you can use your Imperial troopers against, which we did. And I think they knew we were going to use Imperial troopers against that. So that was a bit of a bummer because you can drop a single point from time to time on Imperial troopers. And I think we dropped a couple points on Imperial troopers. And I think that was their expectation is we lose like 1 or 2 there. So
does that mean the nerf is not going to happen or hasn't gone through yet?
Hasn't gone through yet.
Okay.
Yeah. But this one, this was an easy thing. If you have Galactic Republic, you can do most of it, and then you just swap out one dark side character and get the rest. And we're going to do some mods today. I think mods are important. So,
well done, EXO.
Yeah.
Beat their top ENGS by 100. That's nice.
Some what?
The ends.
Top ends. Yeah.
And
And I enjoy a good scoundrel team.
who doesn't enjoy a good scoundrel?
Yeah.
Especially Kira. There are those who prefer her as the mother of dragons, but we all saw where that was going, right?
Well, I appreciate that too.
Yeah.
Especially when she comes out of the fire.
Well, we all thought we enjoyed that till we found out it was a body double. But anyways,
yeah, well,
I digress.
Whatever. A man can...
It's all about what happens up here, right? Anyways, come on.
Exactly.
So much worse than in real life, let me tell you. It's going to go ahead and serve you up a card.
Pass
there you
that.
go.
Let's go ahead and speed you up.
Flip some dice.
Let's go ahead and pass... Boom. Oh, what?
It's good to know that in the future, fuzzy dice go from sort of kitschy and kind of, almost pimp it like to, it's cool. We turn them into gold little dice. It's all right.
31,000 on a non-crit. I love these guys, by the way. Let's see this blast. Master Blaster.
I don't have enough uses for them yet.
38,000 on a non-crit. Why are you guys not critting, yo?
Why aren't you doing your jobs? Gosh.
Stop not critting.
It's mod you cool. Accordingly. Orangey. Oh.
Orange? Orangey? You're so orangey. You're just like Trump. You're so
Can't
orangey.
say it like that. My grandma always used to call it an orange. So
Orange?
in my mind, it always goes that way. I know how to say it properly.
People are like, why are you playing this all slow? Because I want to.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
For effect.
Yeah. Flip. Let's do it. Let's give him the prepared.
Are you all prepared? You all properly hoodwinked enough to be prepared?
Oh, what? Mark 3. Oh, you're about to take a turn. Let's just basic that for 30.
Oh, he was just about to heel click.
Hold on.
Tell you.
Let's see what he does.
Oh,
65,000 in the face. Face. Almost sounds like bass. 65,000 in the base. Oh, there's 4 prepared people. Uh-oh. 4 prepared people. She's like, I'm not having none of this. I don't know why I even call her she because she's a robot. But they gave her a female voice.
There's probably some woke comment I can make about that, but it's too early.
It is too early in the morning for all that. You didn't have coffee yet? Drink your coffee.
I have coffee. It's not slowly infusing my veins right now, replacing my blood. It's always telling my caffeine levels go a little low.
We'll add this to her because we need everyone prepared. You know what I'm saying?
It's Mary J. You made a Relic 9 list. Are they still talking about that seriously?
Oh, man.
We haven't even broken in Relic 8 yet, and yet they're already talking about Relic 9. Ridiculous. Just call it what it is, CG. We're not getting enough money from you. We want more money.
Here we go. Oh, 33,000 non-crit. Super upsetting you guys are not critting.
About the relics, though, after a while, they started giving away General Kenobi shards like they were nothing, because who cares about raids? Who cares about territory battles, Started giving away for free, so of course that pissed everybody off that had worked for them really hard. Well, I'm sitting here going, well, I know I'm never going to get a Relic 8, so I just can't wait for those to start showing up in a shop somewhere.
The problem with that is that Relic 9s are now, it's like, where are we going to get that material? My only hope is that with Relic 9 coming out, that means that we are going to have Relic 8 becoming more prolific. What that means
Easier
is
access.
No, 71,000. He's ramping up.
He's ramping up. Hopefully Relic 9 is as useless as Relic 8. Sure thing.
That means is they're going to start selling Relic 8. Because they haven't sold
true.
Relic
It's going to
8.
be a moneymaker. They're not going to let that one go and actually put it in a normal store that us normal humans can get,
More versus a new material. Let's see if we got any good ones. Ooh, 5-speed. 5-speed is so
Yeah,
great.
Vader's Dad, that would make total sense. But again, this is Capital Games we're talking about. They're going to find a way to create new pieces to add on top of what's already there as opposed to utilizing more.
Yeah. We'll do full auto and see if we can see any big hits on full auto.
That's true. It's Mary J. They do sell them every month in packs, but I'm talking again for the people who don't spend money in the game.
Vader's Dad. Yeah, I'm telling you, Vader's Dad. That's what's going to happen. They're going to be like, Relic 8's going to be much more prolific. Here's your packs. $49.99, $99.99.
Prolific, so long as you sign on the dotted line, so long as you pay here.
Going to be prophylactic.
You're right, because it will prevent me from getting them.
Just saying. Oh, he's throwing his dice. He's serious.
There's a new tongue twister for you.
Yeah, Vader's Dad. I'm worried about that too because I think they're going to make it where it's like, oh yeah, it's like new pieces help the crunch like cryos.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh man,
Thanks,
we're bringing the Relic 9s out to make it easier to get the Relic 8s. You just have to buy these packs, and then you get the Relic 8s easy. So easy.
You just have to be top 5 guilds to get any of the Relic 9 materials. Because we got a new raid coming out for that, and guess what? It's only for Galactic Legends.
69,000 on that. That was a pretty dope hit.
Nice.
Yeah, I like these guys. They're pretty neat.
Yeah, free-to-play is now free-to-play for a long, long, long time because it's going to be cold.
It's practically AFK.
Dark, and it's going to last you the rest of your life. Much like my gas grind.
You know what? I think I stole all my good mods off these guys. That's why they're not doing their 100K hits.
There it is, Anthar. Yep. Requirements is all Galactic Legends.
I
need all 6 of them.
I got a new follower, Anthar. Ooh. I had a...
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
For future reference, I'm sorry.
Raid requirements, full squad of GLs. Please don't. Yeah, that would suck. They don't let more than one GL in, but, they could change that. So I stole all my mods off of my Baby Lando and Baby Han, which sucks because these guys were hitting over 100 grand. Now. Yeah, well, they both hit for over 100K when I had my good mods on, but you can tell they don't have good mods on because they're just hitting for like 50 to 80 grand, which is trash. Not okay. Whoa.
Not cool.
What? Why are you frozen?
Just happened all so suddenly.
Yeah. What happened to Nox? No, Scotty didn't.
Oh, sorry, the obligatory. No.
I know. No.
Yeah. Well, you got movie version. No. And then you got the game version. No.
All right, we're going to go over to chatting while I try and figure this out.
Still upgraded that RAM.
Heroes isn't responding.
No.
Do you want to close it? Okay.
No, I want it to start responding. Listen to me, little mister. You're going to get it.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knocks life for us. Instead of getting cheated, our game crashes.
So did that automatically give you rewards for that section, or did it just pull you up?
I have no idea. I was on full auto, and I was on 303, and it was almost dead.
There was rumors back in the day during territory battles that people were getting frozen game and able to go back in and pick their battle up where they left off.
They were like, Capital Games was watching. They're talking smack.
Yeah. Shut down.
They're like, not happening.
Well, this administration's been talking an awful lot with Mark Zuckerberg. He came in and decided he didn't like that. So he's like, yes, I will censor on your behalf. Don't mind me.
He's not getting his health mods. It's not happening.
Yeah. You didn't get the approved free health mod that's required of you to go along with your passport in order to get you into this game.
Yeah. All right, Nox. What's going on with you?
No more fascist tactics, okay?
Yeah, weird. That's weird. It just froze, but it's that never never happens to me normally, but that's not uncommon.
That's what they all say.
It's not uncommon. I hear people say that their Nox, like, freezes all the time.
When Nox comes a knocking, your PC be stopping.
These Nox were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Ooh, there's some stuff in there to give.
These Nox were
One of these days,
pinging.
I'm gonna give Castle guns, and they'll walk all over me. I have 50 of that, so sorry, Darth Kraken. I'll probably fully craft that, but I'll give everybody else these pieces.
Just handing out gear like it's no big deal.
Yeah, it is no big deal. Let me go back. Let me see what happened on that drop. Drop, Smuggler's Run. Oh, I have one more attempt. It's almost like it didn't happen.
Huh. Well, that's the benefit of the doubt. That never happens. We should write that one down. Look at that, guys. Capital Games gives us so much. Your game freezes.
Ankthar says that maybe we'll get the Death Star raid. Yeah. Man, I love your optimism. I love your optimism. We'll live in your hope.
It's amazing how much optimism is still left in this game. You go to the forums, and I tell you what, it's like, people who decide to die on a hill about certain things, and you're like, yeah, but why when it's been proven wrong so many times?
Yeah. They're dying. They're dying at a rare
I could bring in metaphors and examples of all kinds of current situations, but I won't.
Death Star raid I want.
Yeah.
I want a Death Star raid too. Just because I want it doesn't mean I'm going to get it, sadly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like all things Star Wars. Just because the fans want it means you're not going to get it.
I love how she hits for like 5,000 as the leader. She's like, her mods suck though.
Patink.
Badonkadonk.
She get the ricochet sound every time she fires.
Ooh, there was a 69,000 hit. That was pretty neat. 69's okay. I will say though that I was having him hit for well over 100K. So I stole. They both had like mad offense sets on them and stuff, and then a bunch of people needed offense, and I stole all my offense mods off of these guys because these guys are not important anymore. But this is one of my. Oh, there was a 73-ish thousand hit. That was pretty dope. That was pretty good. Even with mediocre mods. Yeah.
XO, I do too, but apparently some
people don't like hate mail. Let's do it. Let's hit for over 100 grand. Come on, you guys. Make me happy. There was a 75, 74.9, 74, 73.4.
8675.
It's tanks left.
3
sucks.
09.
The armor compression. Boom.
Oh, look at that. Darling, she got your number.
50K to the face.
50K to the face.
Yeah, that's the stacking offense right there. That's pretty good. It's pretty neat.
As much as I've seen plenty of people.
We are going to be doing mods today, which will be fun, slicing some mods. That'll be good times. I'm going to buy some speed. I'm going to buy some speed.
It's the mod kitchen, cooking with Warrior.
It's the need for speed. I love metaphors and real life examples. Real life
examples, yeah.
All right.
You look no further these days than out your front window.
Actually, what I want to do is I actually want to slice some existing speed to see if I can get. So these guys are in my favorites. They're my favorites.
These are a few of your favorite things.
Yep. Few of my favorite things. So boba, not to be confused with the stuff I put in my drinks.
Straw ain't big enough for that.
Nope, straw ain't big enough for that guy. And Admiral Piet, not to be confused with what I do in the restroom. Piet, I got to go take a Piet. Those two guys are there for the ship. I got to get them to Relic 8, and I'm out of Relic 8 material. So Resistance Hero Finn is an absolute mess, you guys.
Speaking of woke BS, did they change the name of Slave 1 in the game?
Look at his he's offense and health, but I got to get him to 340, and I stole all my mods off him all the way down to 306. So I know.
Only 300. Whoa.
No. He was 342 or something like that.
Just a different day and age in the game when you're sitting here like, 300, that's not fast enough.
Well, you know who took his mods? Cat.
Oh.
She took his mods, and so I'm doing
Don't
speed.
Get him back.
Speed sets. So that's really bad. And then Basti needs 10 more speed. She needs to be 265, and she's 255. And then this bad boy needs to be at least 330.
You know, I'm tired of all this mod business. We just need to put these characters on some treadmills, get their stamina up, and then they can totally get faster.
Yeah, and there's a lot of Zeta I'm missing. Like, I mean, I need Quill's Zeta. I need Bam's other Zeta. I need all of the, like, Bad Batch Zeta. I need Admiral Piet's Zeta. I need both of Moff Gideon's Zeta. I mean, there are so many people I'm just like, I can't do it because I'm trying to save Zeta material.
Zeta crunch.
Because we have the new Darth Maul coming into the game, and we have this new Vader coming into the game.
There's a new Darth Maul?
Red Eyes. I want to call him Red Legs. He's kind of the Antichrist, isn't he, though? Isn't he, though? Journey Guide?
Kind of.
Kind of.
In a lot of ways.
I mean, look, hey.
Everyone thought he was the savior of the world, but he had you all fooled.
So I'm there. I'm level 85, so I got that. And then I'm here with the relics. The Tusken Raider
I
relics.
am here.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool picture, too, you know. Is he your Lord and Savior?
No.
Lord and Savior Vader?
Lord and Savior Vader.
10 more characters we got to have announced.
More of a false, false prophet to me.
I know. When are they announcing the next 5? Come on, you guys. Chop, chop. Let's do this.
The next 5?
The next 5. Yeah.
5 characters.
Yeah. Those other 5 have been announced for a long time. And they're going to be like, and it's there's 3 relicates in the next 5. Oh, sorry. And then in the last set, they're going to be like, they're all relicate. We're sorry.
And 1 relic 9. But those materials aren't even available yet.
Oh, yeah. And a new character that you can't get access to. No,
cue the Leonardo DiCaprio meme.
Straight up, Cam is going to be required, and he doesn't even make sense, and they're going to be like, screw it.
Just because.
And I'm almost there with Cam, but I'm at 43 out of 100.
We'll wait for at least 50% of you to get him up to 7 stars, and then we're going to start handing his shards out in a daily login.
Conehead is going to be required. You know why? Because all these characters, all GLs, require a stupid TV character. They do. Mm-hmm. But they'll sell him, but they'll only put him in they'll put a pack out for like 10, and you can buy the pack twice, so I'll get 20 from that. And then I'll have to do one more of these, like, I think in 2 weeks or whatever, like, we'll be there, or in a week and a half, like 12 days or so, we'll be there.
Arbitrary requirements that don't make any sense.
So I'll be able to get him up, but it still sucks that I'll have to waste.
That's just silly.
Him. Yeah. And then I have Ugnaught here just because I'm using him to, like, burn my...
Ugnaught, ugging it up.
Well, just using him to, like, you know, farm for stuff because I ran out of a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
You know.
And I ran so far away.
Do you know what you know what I ran out of? You know what I did? I got rid of all of my Gear 12 and Gear 12 Plus right before Lord Vader. You know what I did terrible? I did something terrible.
What's so terrible about what you did?
I took my Jawas up.
What?
I'm not even kidding.
Took your Jawas up?
Yeah, I did. I'm serious.
Hey, well, they have a place now, so it makes sense.
Well, so you know what? I'm tired of my Jawas barely making it, and I'm facing ever increasing, like, characters that are like Relic 7 and Relic 5 do fine against Relic 7, but I had Gear 12 Jawas. And
it was good enough for a while.
And they weren't even like, they were like Relic 12 with no gear for a couple of them. So
Gear 12 with I say Relic 12.
They didn't have,
what game are you playing?
So Jawa and Dacha both had like no gear on them. They were just barely turned over to Gear 12 with no gear. I had Jawa Engineer,
up, but not to 11.
Yeah, I had Chief Nevet, Jawa Scavenger, and Engineer all at Relic 5, and then I had Dacha and Jawa at just barely, I had them barely at Gear 12. And so what happened was I'd take them in, and they'd win 100% of the time, but barely lately. And, you know, it's like a 47.
Well, didn't you win?
Barely. Or like, it would be like a 47 or a 51 or whatever, you know, and they would always die, Dacha and Jawa. They just don't even, not even. And so they can't even take a punch. No. So what I did is I went in here and
can't even
I'll show you how I modded them because I think that's pretty neat. I put critical avoidance on this whole team, yo, because they're just there to like not get hit.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and so
Not
like
get hit,
he's a
just
tank.
dole out those thermal detonators.
Yeah, he's a tank. So defense, health, protection, health, whatever. This one happened to have some speed. Chief Nebit's kind of fast, so yeah.
I'm not gonna brag or anything.
Yeah, got to find a way to use those
like
crit avoidance
speed.
And then, yeah, for sure, got to find a way.
Use crit avoidance arrows? I thought they were used just to get you more currency when you sold them.
Yeah, and then crit avoidance here. And I did a speed set on Scav just because, I mean, the faster they go, the more turns they take, and you really want them to take turns. So, and then you want them to survive. So, health and protection. It would be cool if they shared stats as well, right? Dacha, I didn't have another crit avoidance arrow. It was the only one that doesn't have a crit avoidance arrow.
One time.
So I did, protection. And I gave him some extra speed because he is a slow-mo. So I got him to 240, but kind of a liar. It's 239. But Jawa Engineer, 275. And I did leave his speed actually, so I lied. I have 3 on crit avoidance, 2 on speed sets, but Jawa Engineer goes first most of the time. And when he goes first, if you don't know how this team works, let me teach you, but most people do. Jawa Engineer gets to do this. All allies get crit chance up, which is cool. Jawas, you don't have any droids on this team, but Jawas gain 45% turn meter. So immediately your entire team gets to go. So as long as he gets to go first, the whole team gets to go first. So having him relatively fast increases your odds. And I only put 100 speed on him. And so just 100 speed, put him at 275. And if he goes first, like boom, and then the rest of it
stands.
Yeah. And the rest of it's just about durability, right? Well, for him, poor thing, it's just that he's got some health.
Oh, Exo, I said that when I was high.
If you're not first, you're last. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
That movie did give me a good idea. I've trained for certain things in my life, but I've never had the motivation of being locked in the car with a cougar before. So, wait, no, I take that back. I have had that happen before, but not in the way you're thinking.
Unless they're under 60. Crit avoidance.
Miles per hour?
Protection. I mean, you just want them to stay alive. So that's basically crit avoidance. That was a really cool crit avoidance arrow. So anyway, that's what I did. I took him to Relic 5. So I just want to keep him alive, basically. Crit avoidance, lots of protection, and Relic 5. But unfortunately, I was saving all my Gear 12 Plus, and tons of Relic material. And then I just blew it all on these guys. I'm like, dang it, why did I do that? I also have some people I want to take
Exo knows what I'm talking about. Got to fight them off all the time. It's rough.
Yep. So I know I'm going to...
It's good to know that some women still care, though.
Yeah. I want to also, and I'm going to wait. I'll wait. I want to get Greedo.
Whoa.
I want to get Greedo and Embo up to both Relic 5 just to finish off my bounty hunters. I mean, come on.
Hey, there's a new bromance right there. Greedo.
So Embo is one of my favorite characters in all of Star Wars. I just love his character. Greedo actually at Relic 5 would do okay in a thermal det team. And I have seen thermal dets do pretty well. And then I want to get the last 2 droids up just because Imperial Probe Droid is actually at Relic 5. He does pretty good stuff, with the target lock synergy. So Imperial Probe Droid, and then it leaves IG. So it's like, okay. And then with Empire, if I did IG, the only thing left would be Magma, which Magma is one of, the Imperial Troopers. And so to finish off Imperial Troopers, I would only have Magma. So it's kind of 2 birds, 1 stone. So I've got the 2 Imperial, 2 Empire, I've got 2 Empire, 2 droid, 2 Empire, 2 droid, and 2 of those. And then the only other one I want to do, so I've got 7 I want to do, is my Savage. And if you guys don't know, Savage is like my literal favorite character in the game, if you're wondering.
It's because of that powerful AoE of his. It's like to put the smackdown on everybody.
Look at it up there on my top left.
Ah, yes.
Not there. Up.
No.
Up there. Let's see profile. It's whatever. It's the picture on the top left. I can't make it any bigger. But I have Savage picked. I've always had Savage picked. As soon as I had
that one, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, up on the top left, it's Savage. So,
That's
hey, and I made it to Kyber.
Savage.
Not very good, but
All right.
where's my Relicate Piet? I know, right? I don't have him yet. On your left. It's on your left.
On your left, on your left.
I mean, on your right. Before my butt became a bicycle rack. Admiral Piet. Yeah, Relic 7. And as soon as I get him to Relic 8, I'm going to have to remod him because he'll have too much protection. I'm sure of it.
Oh, don't have a Zeta either? Ugh.
I have one.
Is he even pieting?
I have the most important Zeta. All right. I want to look at my existing unused speed mods. I want to do some slicing.
I look for those all the time.
I don't have any slicing
I can
materials.
never find out what category they're
some.
in because I search for them and they're never there.
So speed with speed secondary, unassigned. We're going to sort them by speed. And there's a good one. 13 speed.
Just makes you wonder in the future, how woke is this game going to get? I mean, we have non-associated force users. When are we going to have non-binary characters, right? I mean, come on. Did you just roll speed?
Like literally the very first mod we decided to roll on the stream is a speed mod that has 13 speed, rolls to 17 speed.
Sometimes I hate you.
I have the worst luck when I stream battles.
Right.
Like I hate doing battles on live streams. I'm just like, oh, look at me die. I'm such a crappy player.
Isn't it fun to come watch people die?
Yeah. But whenever I do other stuff, I tend to have pretty good luck.
Actually, they do refer to her a lot and she a lot in the show, so I don't think they're going to go that direction with it yet. But thanks for giving them the idea, though.
All right, let's see. One more. Come
Indeed,
on, Stream
dude.
Luck, you guys. Come on, Stream Luck. Come on, Stream Luck.
Basically, if it makes no sense whatsoever, especially in the realm of public popularity, then yeah, it's going to happen.
By the way, don't you guys like the new layout? We're not blocking the view of the game like at all. Even his head doesn't block the view of slicing.
Cut my hand off here and there. Ah!
Yeah, you're like, look at the speed on that. All right, let's slice this bad boy. Come on, speed, be a 20. I want to live stream 20. Crap. That was stupid.
It's like, wait, you want it now? No.
All right.
Is this what you want? Is this what you want? No.
There's that's a trash 11. That's trash. But let's go ahead and roll it anyway. Let's see if I can get speed to pop. Nope.
If they go 6.gold and they've only got 4 or 5 speed, just sell them. No point at that point.
Let's buy some mod stuff because we're going to slice some of this. To the window, to the wall, till the sweat drops down my energy. All right. Well, we need quite a bit of it. We need to get to
Quite a few of those.
Yeah, we need to get to like 50 so we can do a few of them.
Might as well.
And then we'll move to the other piece. So I want to do a couple of them.
So, not sure how you made an intact clone and changed the gender. Because wokeism. That's why.
It's pretty weird. That's pretty weird. We'll actually buy those.
See, I've always just appreciated things based on their own merit, not trying to change it to suit a narrative, you know?
All right. Let's see. 9 speed. Can you give us more? Defense, of course.
Yeah, so you got defense on there. Good
Should
luck with that
have
speed.
known that.
Although it has happened before.
Crit chance.
And that's what sucks you in.
I know. They give you one good mod, and then it's like...
Oh, look, this one can drop 5 speed out of nowhere. Cool. Now the next 7 won't. Oh, look at that. Good job. You got 49 pieces of that gear. You got 3 refreshes, and you're not going to get a single piece after this now.
Potency. I know, right? Well, I got a 17. We actually at least got to see a 17.
They had to prove that it could happen, otherwise we'd all just suddenly catch on to what's really going on in the game.
They're like, give him just a little bit of luck at the very beginning.
And it's thought control, if you didn't realize.
No, mind control is better than brain control. The thing is, though, you got to like spend some time just slicing what you have, which is what I'm doing right now. Because if you just keep getting new ones all the time, over and over and over and over, and you don't slice
you're
them up.
You're supposed to just appreciate what you have. Oh, wait, no, we can change anything now.
Yeah, so I have some 8s and some 9s. Not very good. Let's see.
Oh, bueno.
I should manually do these just to see.
It's fun sometimes. I have done it a few times recently. Just kind of a quick walkthrough. Sometimes you can sit there and be like, how fast can I go through on auto?
That is lame. I would not do that.
And the answer to that is not very fast because you have to be manual in between.
They scaled it they scale it when you're young, but like when you're a young player. Yeah. But if they continue to scale it.
Back when it used to make sense.
But if they continued to scale it, it would make sense for us to continue to do that. But I'm glad.
We shouldn't give them that idea because we'll go back into it one day and all of a sudden the first level you'll be facing a Galactic Legend. So.
Yeah, and then we would just sim. Yeah. Because we'd be like, this is dumb.
Oh, what? You didn't realize eventually you're going to get to the point you need Relic 9s to be able to complete this?
I wonder if they even have a Galactic Legend at the end for the level 85 players. Probably not.
Not that I've seen, no.
That would not be even fair.
I don't try it all that often, but once in a while I'll get a wild hair and I'll go through and do it manually.
That would be super unfair. We haven't had a single drop frame. That's pretty neat. We had a dropped emulator,
yeah,
but we haven't had a drop frame, so that's pretty good.
Only Nox dropped. Now he's a real boy.
What do I have? We need to get some of this stuff.
That stuff is always good. Always need more of that.
Yeah, this stuff, that stuff. I like this, that,
all
and
things
this.
that are good.
Yeah, this stuff. Because I like spent it all. Bad.
Sometimes the urge is just there. You need to spend. Gotta click. Ha, ha.
No. Not exactly. Wow.
Well, so far you're getting about as much as I do, so
yeah,
that feels pretty good. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, the medium one drops medium, the top one drops crappy, and the bottom one drops really, really good.
Oh yeah, pure hatred for that one. First came out, oh yeah, you get 7 to 10 usually. It was a good drop if you did a full refresh on it. Oh wait, now 2 to 3 if you're lucky.
Yeah, they don't even really have any activities today. It's kind of sucky.
I can't read that one. Get
what?
Oh, that's Mobile Gamer throwing up dollar signs in that $100 bill. Mobile Gamer.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. Those are actually pretty cool.
What does the first one say though? I can't see that.
I don't know. Mobile Gamer. That one? I don't know.
Oh, Whale Harder.
Oh, Whale Harder.
It had a sheen on it. I don't know.
Has the sheen.
The sheen of gold.
Whale Harder.
I like gold.
I like gold.
Must have been the angle. Or again, not enough coffee. I don't know. But thanks, guys. Speaking of which.
You should always, I think everyone knows this, buy these 3 slots right by Young Han Solo.
And if you don't, you do now.
You should. It's the stuff you need for, relics. Always buy those.
Yes, those things that only about 7 of my characters have.
Yeah. See if there's anything in here.
Something in the mod.
There's something in the mod. 3. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get that one. What's up, Dexatronic? What up, bruh?
Do you find it interesting they only let the Conquest store open during a Conquest?
No, you can go in the store.
Yeah, but there's only the few things on the bottom you can get. The rest are all locked until it's an actual Conquest.
Yeah. Well, you don't need them because Conquest isn't open. And they reset all that stuff. So if you were to buy it all, you lose it all.
Right.
Which I learned, which I found very stupid, by the way, that they do that to you. I think that, especially since you use crystals, they shouldn't do that. That's
one time use stuff is BS.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of that, the very, very first one, just because I thought, well, they put it in the game. It must be cool. So I went ahead and did it because that's what they want. And I even used crystals on a bunch of it so I could showcase it on the channel. And then afterwards, I had a bunch of reserves. I'm like, well, cool. Next time around, I'll have some extra.
Well,
and I spent crystals.
That's the problem with society today. A lot of people doing something just because it's what they want. So, I mean, be your own man.
Well, anyway, and then they took them from me. And I'm like, I paid crystals, which I earned, and some of which I purchased. And you took what I purchased away from me. That is actually not okay.
My CD out in broad daylight and you scratched
You're
it.
like, hey, I paid $10, bought that item, and you took that item I paid for away from me. That doesn't really make much.
It's the same as stealing.
I would call it that. So
that's just like stealing. You mean stealing? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to do an arena battle.
So much Kenobi.
Yeah.
Must be nice. Oh, and you got new commander Ahsoka Tano in there. Nice.
Yeah, although
not seeing her perform yet.
This team that I'm going against is the counter to my team. You can't do an ultimate. You can't kill on turn 1 and eliminate a character because he'll taunt. So if you watch, see he taunts. So if you were to do this and go over to Tano, she can immediately do an insta kill. It doesn't work because he's taunting and you can't ultimate GL.
Right.
So what I do is put it on the tank like the old school way. And you go after, we'll do this, put it on my damage dealer, and boom, put a little daisy out.
Took me a second to see what you were correcting me with there, Exo. I don't do the preferred gender pronouns thing.
We'll call him. Oh, of course he misses. Man, I need some accuracy on him. That is so bull. But I just work on this bad boy, Jedi Knight Revan. In the meantime, it's pretty neat.
Soften him up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just kind of like in the meantime kind of thing.
Get that first kill out of the way so you can revive.
Come back over. Yeah, it's like, what's up? He's dead. Just hit auto. I like to have fun. I know you can just hit auto XL. And then we'll come over here. Just a little bit of fun. We'll cleanse.
Just poke a little bit of his gas. Poke.
And someone said, oh, he goes into his ultimate first. And there's a chance of that, very likely, but not always. So that didn't happen. Oops. Whoop. And now that he's done this, goodbye.
Nice.
Yeah, 150,000. And then you can do your deletes.
The only time I see Jedi Master Luke go down that hard is in light side territory battles.
Yeah, so that's it. But you really can't use her one shot at the very because there's a tank there. So and he can
Temptation
get into
Island. I want the one hit.
Offense,
I want the one hit. Oh, it doesn't work.
And on offense, they pass the coin really, really fast, much faster than on defense. And so they're able to, get it off faster, get their ultimate off faster.
It's normally what you don't want, but under all the right circumstances.
But that is the right counter.
Actually, how often do you see
use that to climb?
How often do you see Galactic Legends on defense actually going into their ultimate?
All the time.
Really?
I mean, Kylo gets his ultimate off.
Kylo, yes, that one does happen.
C will get his ultimate off, but he barely gets into his ultimate and then dies. Rey can get into her ultimate, but there's only like one guy that uses Rey still.
I probably see Kylo do it the swiftest, then Rey, but I don't think I've ever seen.
Rey's like the fastest, man. She just doesn't matter who goes. She's just like ultimate.
And I'm crossing lightsabers.
Although I have to say, Jedi Master Kenobi can really get his ultimate off pretty fast. So he's pretty neat.
Maybe we should say get it on. Wait, no. I guess either way you
get it on.
No matter how you say that.
Yeah. Last time I did a ship's battle, I lost so bad on the live stream. Ship's battles suck, man.
They do.
Yeah, they're pretty such a stale meta.
Been pretty early on.
That's why I can't wait for a new ship so it can be stale again.
EXO, good one.
You didn't hear me. That's all right. Huh? I said that's why I can't wait for a new ship. You know, a new capital ship, so it can be stale again.
Yeah, right. Put baby in the corner.
So we can have a new ship meta for the next 2 years. That'll be the same ship meta,
and then never change.
Hey.
And get stagnant.
I lost that. I'm going to do this even though I don't get the assists because I wanted to put down my own target lock.
Anything you can target lock, I can target lock better.
So I can do this trip, mollywop, and then we're going to bring out my cleanser.
I can do cleaner. Anything. You just died. Oh, never mind.
Close my cleaner. Speed up my team. Basic. Big hit.
You're going to hear that hunting story again?
Which hunting story?
The, what was it, your antelope hunting story?
Oh, no, that's a terrible story.
Yeah.
Shot up the rear end. That's horrible.
Right up Main Street.
Yeah, that was bad.
Should have my mom come in here sometime and do a story time for her hunting stories. She's brutal. People don't realize this, but she's a crack shot. And those poor animals, man, never stood a chance. I shouldn't say poor because they're always good, clean kills and they never suffer. But she'll put most of the guys that I know to shame.
Man, 3 tanks.
The one time
you think you have enough tanks, Gil guy?
The one time
are you afraid of something?
Shot, as far as she was concerned, she plugged a buck right in the back of the dome, instantly dropped the thing, blew off one of the antlers, and she's like, "Oh no, it's a terrible shot." It's like, okay, yeah, it's not where you wanted to aim, but still, it wasn't a bad shot. I'd say it's usually how my guys look. 2 tanks out, nobody taunting.
Yeah, super annoying with like, hey, tank after tank after tank after tank after tank, because...
I was wondering for a while my Houndstooth wasn't doing very well. I was getting very annoyed at that. Like, everybody else's Houndstooth is better than mine. Oh,
everyone's
yeah, that's right.
Is better than mine.
Well, my Transdoshan is only a Gear 12, so that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, it does.
Keep forgetting about that now. Yeah, sure, Gear 13 was, meh, whatever. Now you got relics involved? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've got people that have Relic 8. They're just like, they relicate their ship.
Oh, it was in Colorado where the buck was killed, so it was considered a pronghorn, 2 points, which means it's got 2 points on each side. Unlike up in our Midwestern, with our Midwestern friends who like to whitetail hunt, they count all the points.
Yeah, they're like, they're counting the tail.
Yeah, right.
15 points. Mm-hmm. Wait, you can't count the hair.
I got a 36-point buck the other day. Really?
See, this just drags on. It's not that you're going to win. It's just boring. And you might have really good RNG at some point and maybe pull off a win, and then it's just annoying. But
he says as he shreds the last ship.
Using the Empire ship is just lame, in my opinion. But
yes. It's not executing.
What I hate is that, ships like always gives the coin toss like 75% of the time to the other person. It's not really fair. It's like, hey, coin toss to them, coin toss to them, coin toss to them, coin toss to them, coin toss to them. You'll get one.
Can't talk about not being really fair. We don't talk about the big lie around here.
When it's tied, yeah. So what else do you think is going to be required for the new Lord Vader?
New Lord Vader? If we're going down the idea of cam, characters that make absolutely no sense towards another one, we might as well have a Relic 8, Relic 9 Cup.
No.
I mean, why not?
Cup's not
go big or go home.
Cup's not going to be in there. I'm thinking we're going to have, let's see.
You're right, Ugnaught. I was way off.
I'm thinking, of course, we're going to have... Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? And he's going to be Relic 8 required.
At Gaines, no, I'm not doing him dirty at all. I'm giving him a hell of a lot more credit than he deserves.
Don't do my man Cup dirty. We're going to have Jedi Knight Anakin in there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Jedi Anakin, maybe some version of Kenobi.
Yeah. Coruscant Underworld Police is definitely one of my faves, man. Don't be talking smack about my police officers.
Nope.
But yeah, Jedi Knight Anakin. And Crumb said Cam is a guaranteed no. That's crazy. I would say I could see...
According to Crumb, well, I will hold him to his word, and we'll see what happens.
I could see...
Her word.
Pulling...
Their word. I don't know.
Like... From Eth Koth, something like this. That is, I know, but he was like during that fall available as somebody that could be pulled in that era.
True. Didn't he get taken out with the 3 Jedi that went in with Mace Windu to try and get Emperor Palpatine in the movie? Was he one of the guys that got hacked down pretty quick?
I just remember when he got kidnapped and then rescued, but
yeah,
he's not very.
Oh yeah, back in the Clone Wars days.
Yep. Yeah, that's no, not Eth Koth. That's Sasi Tin.
Oh, okay.
But I could see someone like this, and the reason is this character is someone that
similar horns.
Almost everybody has crappily geared up. You know, most people don't have them sitting here on Gear 12 like this. Speaking of that.
What are you talking about?
What am I needing?
I definitely don't have him anywhere near, but
maybe
Gear 8.
I need some furnaces for him. So I could see him being required because they're like, oh, hey, nobody has him. Let's make him required. There's 10 more characters that are going to be required. So, and I don't think they're going to lean in on any overlap, any characters that have been needed for other characters. I just don't see it. Yeah, and
my mind automatically goes to what characters make sense. What interactions did he have with these characters at that time? You know, what would be part of a crew or synergy? And then I usually throw that out the window, and then I start to
yeah,
then I start to wonder who's actually going to be next to him.
Yep.
Oh, Clone Wars Chewbacca? Yeah.
Clone Wars era Chewbacca.
That's a good thought.
While he is kind of predating the moment that this happens, he's the era of Chewie for the fall because the fall happens at the end of Clone Wars. So, I mean, I could see them stretching because this one is a character everyone was given. So they can say, oh, by now, we've given you 3 shards 1,000 times.
You should have him 7 stars.
You should have him
over now,
7 stars, Gear 9 at least, you know?
Actually, I don't think I have him at 7-star on my account.
What?
Pretty sure.
They've given you him 7 stars.
No, not when it's usually a shard at a time.
It's 3 shards, brother. 3 shards, man, and they've messed up
3 shards. At least 100
that's
nice.
times.
You've been getting 3. I've only been getting 1.
It's like they've messed up at least 100 times. I could see something like that. They do dark side stuff as well. So I mean, there's going to be, I think, from the Sith. The problem is they've used so many of these for others that it makes it very difficult without overlap. They
don't have any overlap characters, do they?
No,
one character required
so.
for 2 different Galactic Legends.
I don't believe they do, and I don't think they're going to start now because they really want you to get a character up for.
It just all depends on how generous they're feeling that day, you know?
I just don't see it. 15 characters, and they want you to have to spend on every single character. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's how they help you. They relieve you of the burden of your cash.
And
the weight is just you're falling under it.
And they are good at it. Mm-hmm. I could see Separatists are all for someone else. I could see them giving us like a little bit of help by giving us someone from a non-Galactic Legend event like Asajj.
She's not required.
Well, she's required for Gas, who you're still working on a year later.
Yeah. and that's no lie. When you go straight free to play, that's the grind for characters like that. It takes you over a year now for a non-Galactic Legend character.
Yeah. And so I could see them doing something like this, even though this doesn't like, I mean, it doesn't make sense sometimes what they do. They're just like, I think they look at it and they look at the data and they're like, this character is from that era-ish, and it has the least amount of people with it up. Mm-hmm. So let's pick this character. And we can say it sort of makes sense in this way. Loosely from this scene. So we'll recreate that scene-ish. We'll put her on or him on that side, and you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like let's put that square peg in that round hole and let's make it happen. I can see that.
Don't fit, we got a sledgehammer.
Yeah. So I don't know. I could see them possibly jamming someone from a previous event that was a non-Galactic Legend event. That you might have taken up to relics, but maybe not, because there's a lot of people who've done gas with some non-relic leveled characters. You know, that event, people took like B1 to relic 3 maybe, but didn't take maybe Asajj up, or maybe they took Asajj to relic 1, but didn't take
go
her
all the way to relic 7,
but didn't take her to relic 7. And they'll be like, oh, you know, Asajj relic 7.
What's up, Skywalker Vader?
Yeah. So, I mean, I can't think of any other Jedi.
Well, they're already requiring all of Bad Batch, right?
Not yet. They haven't announced that they're going to require all of Bad Batch.
They usually require a lot of characters that you just got.
And actually, let me go to clones, because clone troopers. And so they're not going to require Omega, because Omega is post Psycho Eyes.
Golden eyes.
Yeah. And I could see
Rex, maybe?
Yeah, I could see makes pretty good sense, like Echo and Rex. I mean, and these characters would be gimmies, to be frank. These would be gimmies.
Well, especially because he doesn't have the inhibitor chip anymore, and he's been around to see probably some of the effects of, or already has an inkling that Anakin's no longer who he used to be.
So I mean, this is kind of a give me. I could see this definitely being like a definite, like, okay, most people have him relic 5 or above. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see. You have to have
on that note, then too, Ahsoka Tano would totally be a shoe-in for that also.
Yeah, and it's going to be a relic 7 Rex minimum. And the problem is, they know this is what they're going to do. They're going to look at the data, and if they see everybody has an average relic 5 Rex, they'll pick relic 7. If they see everyone has an average relic 7 Rex, they'll pick relic 8. And you're going to see some insane relic 8 requirements. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you've already seen...
It won't pass up a chance to really stick it to us with that one.
Well, okay, so hold on. Let's go back to the last Galactic Legend, because I want to show you. This is so there were no Galactic Legends at 8 in these first 4 because it didn't exist, but they barely came out with Relic 8, and there is a Relic 8 General Kenobi.
Two requirements for Relic 8.
And then they had Yoda Relic 8. So they had 2, and it just was on the precipice of Relic 8s coming out, and all of a sudden, bam, they required 2 Relic 8s. So you can easily expect there to be double Relic 8s, and we already know that there's 1 released right here. So that means, there's going to be 3 more probably. I would guess there's going to be probably 1 more in this, and this is how they'll play it. There'll be 1 more in this section, and this section will look pretty easy to most people who are going for them. It'll be like the easiest characters at Relic 5. There'll be like 1 at 7, 1 at 8, and the rest will be like 3 at 5, 1 at 7, 1 at 8, and it'll be the like easiest characters to access. And then these ones will be the most difficult characters to access, and there'll be 2 Relic 8s, 2 Relic 7s, and a Relic 5.
I'm throwing my prediction out right now. Right there is where Cam's going to fit.
Well, as apparently they said that there's not going to be Cam.
Classic misdirection.
I'm telling you, man, they said no, so I'll have to take them at their word, but they've always placed...
Oh, like so many things in this world, in this life now. If they say this, I know it's that.
And the weird thing is they place those in the shipments and stuff for the other characters. So it'd be nice if they put Kiadi Mundi in shipments and whatnot. So yeah, I need to fix my modding on those top 3 and get those 2 guys at Relic 8 already. And they're going to give us...
Is that the Relic 8 requirement?
At some point, they're going to give us our relics back on Darth Vader, General Skywalker, and on my... Where are you, buddy?
Okay, buddy.
Where did he go?
Ooh.
My Relic 8 Dark Trooper. There he is. He's way up here. I was like, he should be way up here.
Where's your Yoshi?
Yeah, where's Yoshi? And he's only okay modded. I mean, I still have good offense on him. I mean, he is...
So is a Relic 8 requirement for gas on the list already, or has that just been announced by somebody?
And yeah, there are 2 Relic 8s already announced for gas because gas was announced, you're right, and gas will be required at Relic 8.
Announced weeks ago.
Yeah, it's in the road ahead. I actually knew that already.
This mythical road ahead that people speak of. I've never read such things.
I am telling you, there is going to be 2 more. There is going to be 2 more.
Oh, because it's getting the relics retracted. So that's right, because of all the nerfing. Yeah.
Yeah, but then so with Dark Trooper,
nerfing.
When they give me the Relic 8 material back to Relic 5, I am going to take him back up to Relic 7. I am going to take him back up to Relic 7.
Speaking of nerf, that would make a cool nerf gun.
Yeah, that really would. Actually,
Dark Trooper's blaster.
Yeah, shotgun Nerf gun.
Yeah, it could be one of those rival brand Nerf guns that shoots the high velocity golf balls.
Yep. So I am expecting them to give me his stuff back, which is going to give me
way steep, and that's why they're probably going to do it.
1 Relic 8 there, and then I'm going to get 2 Relic 8s back here. Now with Skywalker, I have to put his relic back on. With Vader, I'm going to leave him at 7, and with Dark Trooper, I'm going to take him back up to 7. That's going to give me 2 Relic 8s available. Now, the temptation is to put the 2 Relic 8s on Boba Fett and Piet for the ship, but I'm not going to immediately because I believe there's going to be 2 more relics for Lord Vader, and I want to be able to get Lord Vader more than the ship, even though I think the ship is going to be meta-changing. And then in the meantime, I'm going to try and get as much Relic 8 material through the raids as I can, but by the time those things launch, I'll probably only have 1 more Relic 8 available. So I don't know. And then, Relic 9s, I don't even know. That's just an absolute mess. But I do. Let's go back to Clone Troopers.
Cross that masochistic bridge when we come to it.
Yeah. Right? I'm confident they're not going to do the new Echo. I'm confident, pretty confident anyway. Is Cody required or is Clone Sergeant required for anything? I'm pretty sure they're not.
Clone Sergeant?
Yeah. Clone Sergeant's not and Cody's not, right?
Wasn't randomly for Jedi Master Luke,
territory battles, but outside of territory battles, but what are they required? App gains? For Kenobi, were they both required? Sarges for Kenobi?
Yeah, as I say, I thought I saw something in the requirements for those two.
Let me see. Yeah,
only because Kenobi. I was like, oh, they were left out for a while. Oh, now there they are.
Yeah, because I was going to say Mace, Bo, Negotiator, General. Because like I said,
yeah, Bo-Katan didn't make a whole.
Yeah, there's Clone Sergeant.
One,
yeah, Cad, Cody. So they did use those two. Mm-hmm. So they won't use those two.
Well, Kenobi and Cody were kind of buds anyways, so that makes a little more sense.
Yeah, they both were. So they're not going to do those. I don't believe, like I said, I don't think they're going to have that overlap. They're not going to give us that benefit. I do believe Rex then, and a possibility of Echo. If not, they'll do Rex and Arc, just simply because Arc is a no-name character. Right. It would benefit all of us if they required a Relic 8 Arc, but I don't think they would do
randomly,
that.
You'd probably throw Arc in randomly.
Yeah.
This can be random characters or marquees.
Yeah, this will be Relic 7. Rex might be Relic 7, depending on the data. And then I'm pretty sure they're going to require, the 4 the 3 that they did, Hunter, Wrecker, and Tech, not Omega, not Echo, which they already announced Hunter, Wrecker, and Tech. So maybe Rex, maybe Arc Trooper as 2 more. Those will probably come in the next series. Any others, do you think? I can't even think of any.
Sure, there's some we're missing out on. Somebody did mention the Tusken Raiders as a possibility because
I could see
it's kind of what helped push Anakin more so into the evil side.
Oops, not that one.
Exo wants it to be Echo.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I could.
Which Echo? Android or pre-Android?
Even though it's like for Luke and all of that stuff, I could see them picking a droid or something like that, simply because there's no GL requirement for this, right? No GL has this as a requirement yet.
R2?
Pretty sure no GL.
Think so.
No.
Wait, not Jedi Master Luke?
No, Rey has it. I am actually thinking Rey has R2.
Rey? Why does she get to lay claim?
I think. Let me check. Let me look. I don't. They're not going to.
Yeah, Jedi Master Luke makes sense. I don't think it's Rey.
No, I am pretty sure she has hers all broken up, all weird.
Yeah, say BB-8 made sense.
Yeah, BB-8.
So Jedi Master Luke was the one who had.
Yeah, and that definitely makes sense. Dude, it's just so
and
crazy.
The consensus is
C3. Yeah, he got C3PO also. And Chewie and 3PO.
And Chewpio.
And R2D2. Yeah, I knew I had to take him up to set Relic 7. Mm-hmm. So dumb. There's going to be ships, too. What ship do you think? It's going to be the
Razor Crest.
No, the Y-Wing. Or, I mean, his Anakin's ship. They'll require Anakin's ship, yeah.
Already required for gas, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me in a
Yeah, but it's required
scenario.
for gas.
Yeah.
So it's required for gas. So that'll be probably the ship they'll require is his ship.
That'd be some overlap, so that'd be nice.
Yeah, and they'll require him. I think they'll require him Relic 8. So, and I'm three freaking shards shy. Not that it matters. It's just OCD.
When's the next conquest going to be? Sometime, maybe.
They're reworking it. So.
Oh, they're reworking it. Well, of course they would.
Look, he's way down here.
Malevolence.
But yeah, they'll require this ship, and they'll require him Relic 8, I believe.
Yeah, Relic 8 makes sense.
I could see, because they've had a capital ship required for, most of them, I could see them going, well, we don't have any more capital ships. But
thing is, we don't need more capital ships. We need more regular ships. We got to even
this is how they screw you.
Endurance.
Yep. Mace.
Oh,
this
Mace.
Is how they screw you.
Mace or just or Endurance?
Is Mace required as a character on any? I'm just curious. He's not, is he?
I don't know. Well, app gain's not new players, probably not yet, anyways.
Yeah, a lot. So this is the thing: you can get an Endurance 7-star, but
he's not relevant anymore. So I don't think anybody's really going for him if they're new.
Mace is required for JMK, so no, they probably.
I assumed JMK, but I didn't know for sure. Didn't want to keep on.
They haven't used Malevolence for anyone, so they would probably do Malevolence then. Yeah. But as just the ship for the ship requirements, but that just doesn't make sense. That's just dumb. At that point, they're just stretching. They're just stretching. I could see them doing that though. But I could see them picking the Malevolence or the Endurance, not Mace for Mace, but just the Endurance for the Endurance. You know what I mean?
For the long haul.
Yeah, because the ship Endurance hasn't been picked.
No, it hasn't.
No.
And it's relatively obscure now because it's definitely not in ships anywhere anymore.
Yeah. And they would make you run your Anakin under him, which would make more sense than running Annie with Malevolence.
True.
I mean, it makes no sense. They could give you some event, ships, and take your Annie at 7 stars and take your Endurance at 7 stars.
Anakin made his transition after
we're going to give you a Mace,
right?
We're going to give you a capital ship Mace at Gear 12 automatically, like they do when some of the events or whatever. It's so stupid. I could see that though, just for the event giving, making you take in an Endurance. And they're like, see, look we're making the prerequisites easy for everyone.
Yeah, right.
Even though you need like a
Relic 9 Zalbar, huh? That's a little left fieldish.
I don't think there are going to be any Relic 9s because they haven't even brought Relic 9 into the game, and Lord Vader will be out within
I think that makes
6 to 8 weeks.
You think that makes sense, but what does Capital Games think?
What do you think of this?
TIE Advanced. Yeah, that's a good idea. Wait, no, I think we already had TIE Advanced.
Bringing in his future self into the events as like
foreshadowing.
Any kind of that would be kind of cool. Any kind of like foreshadowing portion of the event. Have him like do anything where he sees the future.
I mean, the ship is technically much later in the timeline, but I like where your head's at.
I know. They wouldn't do anything like that. I was just messing with you. But yeah, I don't see them having
Gungan Marquise. No, Hap Games. Quiet. No sacrilege spoken around here.
Yeah, ships, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see anything else. I mean, I could see them maybe bringing in
so we do get Gungans, it's going to be Jar Jar. Then there's going to be 5 different Jar Jars. There's going to be a freaking Jar Jar tag, like there should be a Han Solo and a Chewbacca tag.
If they were to do another
Tusken, faction, I should say.
If they were to do another Tusken, it would be probably the Shaman.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah.
Because Luke had interaction with... But yeah. Just because they would be like, well, Tusken Shaman was in the desert at the time when it happened. Oh.
When Anakin went psycho.
Yeah.
And Padme stuck around.
It's pretty neat.
Padme.
He was the reason. She was the reason. Tusken Shaman's a girl.
Is it?
Yeah, Tusken Shaman. I don't know. It's an it. Let's see. Separatists. I bet you there'll be. I'm telling you, there's going to be some separatists. Like 1 or 2.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. There's going to be some separatists. I could see Newt. Newt being...
Dooku was already required for SEEP, right? So that probably wouldn't be him.
I don't think there's going to be that overlay with...
Shmi Skywalker, Relic 5.
Padme. Oh, Padme.
She can be a sacrifice character like Imperial Probe Droid or something. Is she going to randomly self-destruct or fall over dead and help push Anakin to the dark side?
Oh, come here, Padme. Padme. Yeah. I could see this Relic 7, Padme. Relic 7, Newt Gunray. That would suck.
Nut Gunner, yeah.
If they said Relic 5, Newt Gunray, everyone in the top 50 guilds would be like, done.
Use her to sacrifice in the sea pit.
So they don't.
That's a new way to really do a full run through.
Who else is separatists?
Shmi Skywalker.
Because I think that's the case. They're going to definitely... I think Newt's definitely a must. You think Poggle?
Yeah, someone was saying Poggle. Did he have any interaction with Anakin?
There's a lot of like low-level Poggles, and so it would only make sense because the data would suggest people have to spend money. I hate having to use that as an analysis, but it's true.
I feel like Poggle was already a requirement, though. He was an obscure requirement because they already knew, well, nobody's got a Poggle up anywhere, so.
No, I don't think Poggle was used in any other... I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys do a good job of that. I'm wrong all the time. I'm wrong all the time, man. Hey, I've learned at my age, I am wrong a lot. So
yeah. I got kids all the time too. So when I'm right, by golly, I take that to the grave.
I got kids that teach me I'm wrong all the time, so it's fine.
Poggle isn't required anywhere.
Yeah,
man,
see,
I feel like if not, he was spoken of in that regard. He's that useless in most of the situations.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to make sense, but because he doesn't make sense, it doesn't really matter. Damn, that's a pretty good mod. That's a pretty nice mod.
Anyways, oh yeah,
20 speed.
It's a shiny mod.
Shiny mod. Watto R3. Yeah, I think Poggle's a good. I think those are 2 that they'll be like, the data suggests people are going to be spending money on Poggle and Newt.
Ah, yes, qualifies for Padme event, but not strictly required.
Yeah, and Padme is not a GL. So, we can steal from the Padme events, the gas events, like those characters. And you can do those events at like gear 11, gear 12 for some of the characters. You can do...
For Padme, not for gas.
Yeah, for Padme, you can do like a gear 11 Geo team and totally get her at gear 11.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, completely.
Toydarian faction.
But I'm sure they're not going to do Count Dooku. He's already required at Relic 6. So, I don't...
Random 6.
The only way they would bring in someone like I could see there's one person I could see them doing, and this would be just like a FU, but I could see them doing it, was like, where are you, you bastard? You're in here somewhere. There you are. He was required, I think at Relic 7 for that one event. For that one event. I could see them
required for Seep. Yeah.
I could see them making him in there just because he's like the reason for the fall, and then making him Relic 8 required. Because that's just painful for everyone.
That would be overlap then.
It would be. And that's what I'm saying. The only exception I could see for an overlap, the only way I would see them overlap a character ever, 30% potency.
Well, when in doubt for anybody, I think any of the characters that were previously required for a different Galactic Legend probably will not be required again, because you would have already geared them up, and that would be a step ahead, and they don't like that.
Yeah. Here you go, by the way. This is how I did the event for C. Not very fast. Not very good damage. Not very good critical chance. I mean, everything's trash.
Potent potable.
But I did 120% potency for the event.
Mm-hmm. You need it.
There you go. Because everything else is pretty trash. Crit chance is almost 100%. But
yeah, there you go. Just a sweeping statement of all the requirements for Lord Vader is just being above 10 million GP.
What's the average GP of a character now?
Welcome, Lord of the Darts.
That's 26,000. That's so funny. When I came in, I remember when characters were like 4,000 and 6,000 GP. And that was like big.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, yeah.
That was like, first year into the game.
Let's see what this guy's GP is. 26. Crap. Let's do all.
Who's going to be the first 50,000 character, you think? Lord Vader?
And then let's go to the bottom.
Yeah, all this bottom, all this crap down here, all this gear 12.
16,000 is like my crappiest. Wow. 16K is trash.
GP inflation is real these days. Yeah, well, all the relics and all the ways you can mod now.
How you finding Twitch? I like it. Lord of the Darts. Twitch
it was hard to find, but we found it. So yeah.
Yep. I appreciate everybody who encouraged me to come over here. It's been pretty fun.
Mole pills. Well, yep. I guess I haven't seen too many Relic 8s yet, so that's why I didn't assume they're up to 50K yet. But that makes sense. It's already happened. Okay, so is Lord Vader going to be a 60K character then?
Yeah, this guy's almost 52,000.
More, better, more, faster.
More. Yeah, I need to get him over 52K.
Make my nose more grotesque. More.
Yeah, and then you can go to ships and
gains.
Yeah. And like Han's ship is...
That's the best GP ever.
Almost 100,000 for one ship. Just 100,000, no big deal.
Pretty massive characters as their pilots, though. Well, and they're. I
remember when my ship team, the whole team was 80,000 for my whole ship team.
I was like, capital ships were the only thing that could go above 50K.
Yeah, or when it was 120,000, I was like, yeah, man, I'm rocking 120,000 GP. I remember when they introduced GP. I remember when they talked about it and they were like, do you guys think it would be okay if we introduced GP? Like, what do you guys think of this? And we were like, no, it's kind of
back
dumb.
When we really cared what our fans thought.
Well, yeah, and they talked to us, though, about that, and they asked us our opinion. That was kind of cool that they asked our opinion. They don't do that anymore.
Nope.
Single ship. This is the most powerful just like single
our
pilot
elections. They
ship.
don't want our opinion anymore.
92K. Yeah, Carrie. It was actually Carrie who brought it to us. She brought it to us and asked us about that. She said, hey, we're thinking of bringing in galactic power.
How bad must the game be if you're missing the days of Carrie? Wow.
There were some definitely opportunities back then, but there was definitely some strengths back then. I mean, communication was on the daily.
Yeah.
The daily communication was pretty awesome. So
again, just a sign of the times.
even if the communication was
no
like
transparency,
things you didn't,
no communication,
things you didn't,
you're not allowed to know the truth.
Yeah. All right. Bam.
Bam and bamf.
All right, so I was going to tell a story time.
The time for storytelling.
Yeah, and I don't remember if I told this story or not. We were talking, and he said, I've heard it, but I don't think you ever told it on the live stream. And I was like,
we shall title it Ocean 2x4.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys have heard it or not. So it's just one of those.
If not, you're about to.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things where you guys definitely. And then I will look to raid another channel and see if there's anybody live streaming, and if there is, we'll raid them. Why not? And if there isn't, then we won't. But we'll take a look. So we'll have some fun.
Raid. We're gonna pillage. We're gonna steal. But we're gonna leave that R word out because that's just not woke enough these days.
Yeah, I know, right? So. Really fun times. My family and I love to go do lots of cool things, but one of the things we like to do is we like to go and build homes from time to time. And we have done that a couple of times. Well, my wife's done about 8 times down in Mexico.
Wow.
And yeah, pretty neat. And I've gone a few times with her. And, one of the things you like to do after a hard day of building homes is go out into the ocean and enjoy
if you have that
the
access,
ocean.
why not?
Yeah. And so kind of enjoy the ocean and whatnot. And so we do that. We build homes and stuff like that. And then in the evening, we go near the ocean and kind of enjoy the ocean for the evening and stuff. Now, if anybody knows the Pacific Ocean, it never really quite gets warm. You know what I mean? It's not the Atlantic. It's on the south side.
Been clean.
It's not the Gulf of Mexico.
No.
It's not the
Gulf water is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's
a
not
good
like
mixture.
the Philippines or the Mediterranean or anything like that. It's warmer down there than it is, let's say, maybe up by Alaska or up
Washington,
north
maybe
in the Arctic or something. I don't know, but it's cold water. We're talking under 50 degrees. So when you're playing in it, I mean, it takes your breath away. And at some point, if you're playing long enough, your body parts start going numb, like your feet or your legs. So anyway, went into the ocean, was having fun. But it was dirty water. You're right. It was dirty. It wasn't very clean. There was a lot of seaweed. You can't see your hand, right here in front of you. So I didn't go all like super, I didn't dive in and stuff. I was just standing there, letting the waves crash on me, having some fun. And I noticed that some like seaweed or something wrapped around my, let's see. It's like the Ganges. Is that even spelled right? That's funny.
You had an ocean Klingon.
Yeah, but I had like some I don't know, some seaweed or something around my leg, and I was like, I could feel the, kind of the pull as the waves were coming back and forth, and my legs were real numb anyway. I was getting kind of cold, and I wanted some tacos, and I wanted to eat and get warmed up and stuff, but I was one of the only ones in the ocean anyway. Nobody else was having fun with me, and I was like, this is stupid. If I'm the only one out here having fun, and nobody else is going to enjoy this.
It's just silly.
Yeah, this is just silly. I'm just going to get back in. And I was like, anyway, there's this like seaweed or whatever wrapped around my leg or something. It's causing, drag and stuff on my feet. And I was about waist deep. So I started like kind of walking, and I could kind of feel the drag on my feet. I can feel that there's definitely seaweed or something wrapped around my leg. And so I start to like walk out and kind of shaking it off and stuff. And as I'm walking out, everyone on the shoreline is like,
what is that?
Yeah. And I'm like, what? And I look down.
I'm a halfway decent looking guy. I'm not the sea monster here. What? Oh.
Yeah. We should do reaction videos. That'd be cool. And I look down, and it's a whale. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be cool.
It's a pufferfish wrapped around my leg.
I'm dragging an 8-foot 2x4. It's like attached to my foot. Like I stepped on a 2x4, and it was a rusty nail, and it went up into my foot, but I didn't feel it because my feet were numb. And I'm like walking, and I'm dragging. Really help out
your immune system,
And I'm dragging this literal rusty. So I stepped on a rusty nail all the way through to my foot. Didn't feel it because I was that numb. Rusty, I'm in Mexico. I don't have any health insurance.
You got stuck with a few leftover syringes floating around in the water out there. I didn't realize you got numbed up a bit.
And I drug it out, and then they're like, oh my God. They like ran down. I'm like on the beach. I'm like, holy holy crap, like I'm dragging this board, like, oh, wow, like that thing is huge. So, and they like, pull my foot off the board, throw the board back into the ocean. Like, oh, you shouldn't do that. Somebody else is gonna,
send it back to where it came from. Yeah, it's indigenous.
From hence of which you came. But no, somebody else is gonna get hurt. But then they're like, have you had your tetanus shot lately?
How many boosters for that do you need, by the way?
I have no idea. Well, so you're supposed to have one tetanus shot every 10 years, or you can get tetanus.
Whoops.
And tetanus is a disease that literally will kill you. It'll literally kill you. It gives you, you get tetanus, you get lockjaw, you die about 24 to 48 hours later. It's no joke. You don't mess around with it. And
does it attack your nervous system?
Yeah. And so I'm in Mexico, stepped on a rusty nail deep into my foot. And there's no like hospital nearby. I don't have like Mexico medical insurance. And anyway, so the big takeaway from this is like, make sure you have a tetanus shot every 10 years, because that's one of them. Make sure you have yourself protected in whatever way you feel the need to protect yourself.
Watch out for rusty nail-ridden 2x4s in the ocean.
Yeah. And the good news is, that was like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago. And I'm still here telling the story. So I apparently
must be okay.
Didn't get tetanus, or if I did, I was protected from it somehow. I don't know. But anyway, I was really blessed to not get it and die.
Don't worry. When they force the vaccine passports on us, you won't be able to bypass your tetanus shot anymore.
I know, right? Well, I wouldn't pass up my tetanus shot for nothing. I'll get one every 10 years, because I'll tell you what, dying from tetanus is something I definitely don't want to do.
Yes, mole pills. That's exactly what it is in Mexico. Health insurance for foreigners.
Two shots of tequila. Sprinkle some hot sauce on it.
Hi.
Yeah, yep, for sure, man. I tell you what, it was crazy, but coming out of the water and like dragging something, and seeing everyone's face was
You can
priceless.
Also drag out your piece of toast that has Maria on it, and then you can have her bless the wound.
Yeah, that was about
before you sell it on eBay.
That was what we were thinking. We were thinking we were going to have to go find someone, a shaman or something, to bless me, because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it home from this trip. So we may just want to enjoy ourselves. So that was kind of crazy. All right, let's go see if there is a channel. And it looks like Scribe Gaming is on right now. So let's go ahead and
raid.
Yeah, you guys ready? All right, we're gonna raid, and then after we raid over there, I'll end out my live stream. But you guys, as always, make sure you guys keep your gaming on. Let's raid this channel.
Keep your raiding on. Lord Raiden, finish him.
Yeah, raid that channel.
Raid.
Raid now. Bam, we raided them.
Hope you enjoy their sauce.
Well, hello there, Scribe Gaming. All right, everybody else, as always, keep your gaming on. Warrior, out.
Finish him.